Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, if you've been trying to lose weight lately, going to the new year, at this time me making this podcast, it's the end of January. And maybe you've been dieting, you've been working out, you've been taking fat burner supplements, but you just noticed that damn stomach ain't going nowhere. That stubborn belly fat, the love handles, they're not slimming down the way you want them to slim down. In this podcast, I'm about to share with you what steps you need to start taking. You must take if you want to lose the belly fat and keep it off. You want to get rid of that tie around your waist and keep it off. Okay, we're going to get right into this action. And so the first thing is this. You got to stop focusing on weight loss. You have to start focusing on fat loss, guys. I see so many folks who do these different fad diets. They do the Ozempic diet. And yeah, they might lose weight. But what these folks tend to look like? They tend to look like when they slim down, they be looking sick. They be looking skinny fat. They be looking weak and frail, like something wrong with them. One of my coaching clients, they was like, man, I don't want to look. They be sending me photos and videos of people all on social media, Facebook, Instagram. They done lost weight and they be looking like a inflated balloon, a deflated balloon, right? And she was like, ooh, I don't want to look like that. What we need to do not look like that? Now I tell them, like, look, they did the fast route. They did, the quick fix route, but they just focused on weight loss. So when you focus on just weight loss, you don't get the look you want. I know what y'all want to look like. I know. Well, I ain't crazy. I'm coaching all, but I'm not crazy. I know you want to look good in your clothes when you're out with your friends. When you at work, you get the respect and admiration that you want. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of that attention. You get them compliments. Or you might want to look good naked. You might be dating right now. You might be a little insecure, a little self-conscious about taking your clothes off, taking that girdle off, taking off that compression tank top that's holding your man boobs in. There's some real insecurities. I got it. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't get rid of them things if all you're doing is focusing on weight loss. See, everybody who say they want to tone up, you want to be defined. You want to be cut. That's the word I used to use when I was growing up. I want to be cut up. You got to focus on fat loss. So when you focus on weight loss, it's a diet hack. It's I'm just doing cardio. I'm not lifting weights type shit. Or I'm going to do a gastric bypass, some type of surgery. But they don't be happy with the way they really look as they're dropping that weight. But when you focus on fat loss, this is how you keep your muscle. You look toned as you're dropping body fat. Hey, you ever just seen one of them sculptures on like Facebook and Instagram and you see the little man or woman chiseling off the fat and they be all cut up top and they still chiseling and still look fat around the little lower midsection of their legs, but they chiseling. You see what I'm saying? We got to chisel off the body fat but keep the muscle. And so how do we do this? You might be asking. One thing we have to do for certain, we have to have a balanced nutrition regimen. Damn all this, I'm cutting out sugar. All this, I'm not going to eat no red meat. I'm not eating no meat at all. Guys, you don't have to do that. It doesn't have to be that drastic. You don't have to have strict diets unless you're trying to be a bodybuilder to drop body fat. Like, guys, I still eat Waffle House. I still eat tacos. I still drink me a nice old-fashioned Woodford Reserve. That's my preference. You know what I'm saying? I still do these things. And so it don't have to be super strict. You can eat the foods you enjoy eating and still drop body fat. But guess what you do have to do? You got to make dates with the waist. Yeah, y'all see this hoodie? Everybody who watching the podcast on Instagram, you see this hoodie, don't you? You got to make dates with the waist. If you want to keep these muscles, if you want to have a man chest, you don't want to have man boobs, or when you lose the man boobs, you don't want it to be sagging, you want to have muscle right there. You can't build muscle just doing cardio. Ladies, you cannot tone your legs and have your curves if you just at home lifting them little bit of ass 5, 10 pound dumbbells. You have to hit the weights. You have to challenge yourself, men and women. That means you have to get out of your way and go to the gym and lift weights. Unless you got the bread to be able to get a full at-home gym. I'm not talking about jump rope, a mat, and 5, 10-pound dumbbells. You have to have enough weight to challenge yourself, to build muscle. Because you get the tone and the definition that most people want by building muscle from lifting, resistance training, strength training, okay? It can't just be cardio. If all you're doing is cardio, that's weight loss. You're not going to be happy with the way you look. You can be losing all that weight and you still going to have that stomach. You still going to have that midsection. You still going to have that muffin top. So focus on fat loss and not weight loss. That's number one. Number two, guys, you got to stop winging it. I see a lot of folks, you have so much potential. Y'all go to the gym. You prioritizing eating a little healthier. You cut back on a lot of sodas. You hear me trolling y'all on social media talking about Mr. Sweet Tea and Mrs. Lemonade. So you didn't cut back, right? Y'all be asleep. Y'all be having nightmares. Like, damn, man, I was asleep. I woke up, man, I was thinking about Coach telling me I got that big old ass stomach behavior. Man, I'm not going to drink no more lemonade. I'm not going to drink no more sweets. I know. But here's the thing, guys. If you just making better decisions with the foods you're eating, if you're just working out and you're just winging shit, you're only going to get subpar results, mediocre results, and dare I say, no results for a lot of y'all. You put in all this time and effort. I'd be frustrated too. If I've been working out and dieting for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2, 3, 4 months, and I'm not getting results, I'd be frustrated too. I'm just like y'all, man. And so, how do we change this? You have to have a plan. Guys, I'm about to show my age real quick. Back in the days when I was growing up in the 90s, we didn't have a GPS. We didn't have Google Maps. We had a map to get around Atlanta and go out to different areas in the country to go see my family. And guess what? It took a lot longer. It took a lot longer to get to where we wanted to be at. Versus if we would have had Google Maps back then, do you know how much faster we would have got to where we wanted to get to? Even now, there's places that we want to go to, and it might take a little bit of time to get there, 20, 30 minutes to get there. If we just got it in our head, like, maybe I need to turn down this road right here. Let me just go ahead and bend right here because there's a lot of traffic over here, right? But what if we got GPS? Guys, GPS has come so far, it let your ass know when you getting ready to run into traffic. It'd be like yellow, or it'd be red if it's real bad traffic. That's what having a plan is with your weight loss and like with your nutrition and fitness regimen. You don't have no plan, it's gonna take way longer. That's why I have coaching clients who be dropping 25, 30, 35 pounds in 3 months. Guys, 3 months, it takes some people years to drop that kind of weight. Years. But when you have a plan, this is how you speed up the progress. I'm not going to say you're going to get results overnight, but it can happen a lot faster than what a lot of y'all guys think it's going to take just by having a step-by-step plan. Not winging it, saying, I'm just going to eat these foods that he's talking about. I'm going to eat that snack right there. Maybe that's a good food to eat right there. And you just Frankenstein shit together. It's still going to take too long. Versus, I'm eating these food, but am I eating the right amount of food? Is this the right amount of calories for me to eat? What about my protein? How much protein should I be eating on a daily basis? When I go to the gym, how many sets do I need to do? How much cardio do I need to do? How many reps? When you know these things, you get way faster results. And let's say some of y'all, you be busy. I encounter a lot of y'all in the DM, man, I'm just busy, man. I ain't got the time to be in the gym all day. Well, do you have a plan on when you hit the gym? A lot of y'all don't. You be winging it. It takes longer. Versus if you have a plan, now you're able to go to the gym and move with purpose. You're able to execute because you look at a plan. When people in my coaching program, they open their app up, because we got a members-only coaching app. They see what exercise to do. They see the demonstrations with me doing them. How many reps, how many sets, what exercises, what cardio, the whole nine, how to do your cardio. Zero guesswork. Anybody who's thinking is going to take a lot longer. Anybody who has a plan laid out, all they got to do is execute. All they got to do is execute. Okay? And so that's the second thing. This is how you get that stomach off and keep it off faster. Okay? Got to have a plan. Last thing. If your ass ain't tracking, you're slacking, man. If you are not tracking, you are slacking. And this is for a couple of reasons, okay? Because some of y'all, you're putting in time and effort in the gym, you're working out, you're like, dang, man, why they coming down? Well, if you don't have if you're not tracking your habits and your routines, you won't know what things you need to change. See, as a coach, when I'm making decisions on when I'm making somebody's meal plan and when I'm changing up the meal plan and workout plan, I'm looking at what they're tracking. And so if somebody says, hey, Cole, man, I done dropped like 30 pounds, but the weight ain't coming off no more, I can go and see how much calories they're eating because they've been tracking it. I can see what foods they're eating because I can see them tracking it. I can see how often they're eating out because they're tracking it. And I can say, hey, look, you done went 4 days in a row now. You've been eating this goddamn sausage biscuit sandwich from what do they call it, Starbucks. You're eating way too much processed food. You can't be doing that. That's big ass thumb behavior. You got to cut this back. Let's dial this back and let's eat back. Let's eat at the crib. You're gonna be able to save a little bit of money. Or let's say, for example, I'm looking at the calories and certain days is 1,800 calories, but they really need to be at 1,400. Or it might be 3,000, 4,000 calories, but they need to be at 1,900. But if they're not tracking, I won't know. I'll just be making an educated guess on what they need to change. Same thing with their body. If they want to build muscle, I'm like, man, coach, I'm not really getting that tone. And definitely, I'm not getting stronger. If they're not tracking how many days a week they're working out, what I'm going to say? Shit, I'm just making a guess. Well, shit, let's go 3 days a week. Let's start hitting the weights 3 days a week. Well, Cole, I'm already doing that. How I know? I don't see you tracking it. Well, yeah, I've been doing 3 days a week. Okay, well, what exercise you been doing? How many reps you been doing? How much weight you been using? If you don't track it, I won't know. Same thing for you guys. If you know you're trying to do this on your own, you absolutely have to track this stuff. Because let's say, for example, your upper body's starting to tone up, but your legs looking subpar. Big stomach behavior, but your legs looking slim and tiny like some twigs. But you're not tracking. You're like, damn, why my legs not developing? Well, maybe your ass not hitting legs enough. Maybe you're only hitting doing leg workouts every other week versus once or twice a week. But the whole point is this. You need to track these things because what you track, you're able to manage the results. If you don't track it, then the results are going to be inconsistent. A lot of folks their weight be fluctuating and they be like, hey, why am I doing what? Damn, I'm tired of stepping on the scale. I'm so mad. I get so discouraged. But if you tracked what foods you're eating and how much you're eating on a daily basis, then once you see what works, you keep doing what works. But if you're not tracking it all, yeah, of course, you're probably eating something. Well, not probably. You are eating things and sometimes eating too much of these things unknowingly. And when you step on the scale, it shows. When you step on the scale, it shows. When you take your clothes off and you're in the bathroom looking at yourself, it shows. When you put your clothes on, it shows. So this is why it's very important that you track your habits and your routines because these things are what drive results. You cast a vision on what you want to accomplish, and then you have to say to yourself, what habits and routines do I need to have in my life to be able to hit this goal? Because we can all just sit down and shoot the shits and be like, man, if I wanted to make this fit guy right here fat, you know what I'd do? I'd tell him to start working out. I'd tell him to eat a whole lot of food and just binge eat. I'd tell him to drink a whole lot of alcohol. We know listen easily. We know these things, right? And so just flip it. Well, if I wanted to make a fat person rip, what would I do? Man, I had this person work out about 3-4 days a week. I had this person right here, eat at home and eat protein, eat fruit, eat vegetables, eat a little bit of carbs here and there. I make sure this person is getting sleep so they're well rested. They have low stress, more energy. It's very simple. Very simple things. There's a lot of coaches, these snowflake trainers out here, they'll make this shit seem super complicated. They'll say all these confusing words. You're like, now what the hell that mean? Now you got to go over to Google and figure out what that word means. It's not that complicated, guys. It's not that complicated. If you do these 3 things I just shared with you, you lose the belly fat, you lose the muffin top. And for all my guys who got man titties, you lose them too. Okay? Because it's all about dropping body fat. All right? But hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button. Leave your boy a 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.